You know, when you come to this business, you want to learn the ins and outs right away. And, you know, we're going to look at some of our rookies. Basically, what a rookie is as far as a new recruit just coming in. You know, you think about sports, you know, I like sports. And think about baseball. You know, when you come in, you come into a baseball team, you want to hit as many home runs and hits. Football, you score all the touchdowns. Myself, I like basketball. When I used to play ball, I used to play semi-pro ball. When I went on the court, I was the baddest thing in town. If Kobe was here right now, LeBron was here, they couldn't touch me. That's the attitude you have to have as far as becoming into a program. And with our rookies, well, they come with attitude. Matter of fact, I was backstage and then they gave me a word. They were going on and on and on. That's the power. You're going to see these rookies, that what they're doing, they're exciting. They come from different backgrounds and different parts of the country, but they are powerful and out of sight. So I'd like to bring on the stage this time our Rookies of the Month, or Rookie of the Quarter. Let's give them a round of applause. They come off the bar. Come on, give it up for them. Give it up. First of all, what we're going to do, and I didn't want to introduce them, I want them to introduce themselves because the accolades that they bring to the table are just phenomenal. So we're going to go around the list and we want them to give their names, where they're from, how long they've been in the business. Names, where you're from, how long you've been in the business.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lisa Simpson. I'm from Avondale, Arizona. I've been in the business 3 months.
Speak up and everyone to hear you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Kathy Masters, Dallas, Texas. I've been in the business for 5 months.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Pam, and this is Jerry Mercer. We're from Hamilton, Missouri, and we've been in the business for 4 months.
My name is Rojas. I came from Chicago. I have only 1 month.
All right, keep it right there. Now let them know your pin level and your sponsor upline. Because we want to give accolades to them also.
I'll be forever grateful to Elizabeth Alfaro. Give me the chance, the opportunity to be here in this successful company.
Our sponsor is Sally Stratton. Oh, we're executive sales directors. I don't talk much.
Sure, we're talking to me backstage, I'll tell you.
My NST with Lionel Birds, Team Eagles.
All right.
My upline is Christy Wooten. I'm National Sales Director.
All right. Now remember, these are rookies. They just got in the last few months, and we have some national sales directors, some executives. Again, why Ameriplan? Why did you get involved in this awesome program of Ameriplan?
I am a single mom. I wanted to stay home with my daughter. She's 16. I moved to a new place, and I just wanted to be able to be a full-time mom and take care of her in the home and be able to come and go as I wanted to. If she needed me, I didn't want to come clear across the valley to get to her, or if I wanted to pop into school and have lunch with her. I'm kind of rebellious type, and I don't want to ask you anything. I want to do what I want to do, the way that I want to do it. I want to live my life on my terms. So I chose Ameriplan to help me get there.
Come on, give it up.
Well, my background is a little bit like Roger Campbell's. I'm a school bus driver by day, but I saw an opportunity to fire my boss. And, so that's what I'm working on. I'm working on the 5,000 County School job, and I wanted to do it by the prescription card. So that's what I did.
All right.
Well, ours is a little bit different than probably everybody up here. We're a product of the product. Honest and truly, I hadn't heard about Ameriplan until I went to the dentist one day. Fixed something on my tooth, said, we need to do this for you. And I said, you want $200 just right off the bat. And he said, no, we have Ameriplan, and told us about it, and we saw the plan, how good the plan was. And just a few days after that, a person who was in a business with us prior to this called us, said you got to get on the phone call, didn't even know who it was, and sure enough, it was Ameriplan. So we got into this business. You know, there's so many people out there who need coverage. We were one of them. We had no coverage. And so this plan is awesome. I mean, we're helping so many people now that need this. And that's one reason we got into it. The other is for the extra income. It's always nice to have a few coins in your pocket. So that's pretty much our story.
All right, yes. I'm surprised at him. He would not let me go in the hallway. Just go on and on. Now he's up here as a little stage fright. We're going to work on him.
Yeah. Okay, the way I get in the business, I was in a restaurant, somebody gave me a flyer, say, you look like a business person, take a look at this, this business is good, and run away. So it was one telephone number and that flyer, so I called many times and never answered, so I was calling to the company many times. Until they introduced me with my sponsor and get the opportunity that really is really very important for me, because I was jumping one business to another one, looking for something, you know, for my future. It's too soon because I have only 1 month here, but I start getting results, so I keep doing it, and I'm really very excited. Thanks.
Fantastic. Keep your microphone. As you can see, they come from various backgrounds, from all parts of the country. Some in inner cities, some way back in the outlands, but they're still doing the business that people want to see. But what we like to know as far as at this time is, how are you recruited? And how do you recruit? Because some of you are in the cities, some live places that you wouldn't see. Everyone you don't see. But how are you recruited? And how do you recruit right now? Because you're at some phenomenal levels and you're doing an awesome job.
I'm the do the old style, face to face, one by one. And I used to the people, I say, how you doing? Do you speak Spanish? And then, because I want to make sure, because some Spanish people, they play like they don't understand Spanish. You know? I asked them first. And then if we come forward, they say, oh, you speak Spanish, you speak Spanish, so I start thinking in English, you know. But I mean, first of all, I bring the eyes like that. Do you speak Spanish? Do you know somebody who is looking for a part-time job? You know, because I'm a tremendous business boy, you know, so you have a minute. So I set up an appointment, and then, you know, we talk about the business like that.
Give a round of applause. Go ahead.
It's not like this at home.
I know.
Well, actually, we were recruited by a friend of ours who contacted us, and we do a lot of our recruiting through sales ads that we put out. We're trying to kind of hit some of our warm market, and anybody that we come in contact anywhere. I mean, we've had people call on the phone. There was a guy one day that called, and Jerry answered it, and he was trying to get us to change our phone company, and by the time the guy was done, Jerry already had him say, how do you like your dental insurance? There we go. I mean, it's anybody that you come in contact with. We kind of learned a lesson the hard way. We had not wanted to contact warm market. You know, pretty soon you contact your warm market so much about things, and they don't, when they see you coming, they turn around and go the other way. And, but we had a friend whose wife had gone to the emergency room. We had not talked to them about Ameriplan. They had no coverage, no insurance. And just in the doctor bills that they had accumulated in that one trip to the emergency room came to over $10,000. Had we contacted them, they would not have been out of pocket all that money. So it sort of gave us a little lesson there that, you know, anybody you come in contact with, if it's a grocery store, it doesn't matter where it is, start a conversation with them. But we do that, and we do a lot of ads.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, because, yeah, I jumped the gun. I asked that question way a while ago. But I was recruited by a prescription card. I was given a prescription card because I take medicine and what have you, and I needed to get my prescription filled. And I went to my local Walmart, and the lady was so excited to get that prescription card. I was like, okay, here, you can have this, you know. But the way I recruit is I never meet a stranger. I just never meet a stranger. I use the 10-foot rule. If you come within 10 feet of me and make eye connection, you just got some Ameriplan. So, and you know, I keep in contact with my upline, and whatever he tells me to do, I'm telling you, Lionel is the bomb diggity. He's the explosion after the bomb. Because the bomb is just a bomb until it explodes. He's the bomb diggity, the explosion after the bomb. I will call Lionel, and Lionel challenges you, Team Ego. He will challenge you. And he would give me a challenge and tell me to go and do it. And I went and got it done. As they say, get her done, I got her done.
All right, go ahead, let's
So Christine is my upline, but my enroller was Debbie Hampson. It took her 6 months to enroll me because I told you guys I was a single mom, I was busy. So she called me, I had a nice conversation with her, and then she was emailing me, and emailing me, and emailing me, and emailing me. And then finally, I was on the lunch break, and I was having some problems with my laptop, and I needed to do some program downloads, and she called during that time, and I had time to talk to her because she'd called before, but I didn't have time to talk to her. So I finally just took a few minutes to talk to her, and her voice was so friendly, and I remembered that about her from talking to her the very first time. She was so friendly and so down to earth, and she just was a very realistic person. And I wanted to talk to her, and it got my attention, and I gave her my ear, and so I enrolled that day with her because she had shared a little bit of her personal life with me, and I appreciated that because we were just like email people, and I'm a real person, you know, a real personable person, so I do like friendships. And I thought, you know, this is a nice lady. And it really went from there after she explained it and I listened to it. I was like, man, there's so many people that could really be helped with that. I know personally there's a lot of people that could be helped with that. I like to help people, and I think that if you use what's real, when you communicate with people and you talk to them, they will give you their ear because, well, the world is making us sick. Literally. And we all need something that Ameriplan has, and the product is excellent. I've used the product, I recommend it, and when I talk to people on the phone, I always tell all the IBOs that I sign up, Ameriplan is really good. This is not like cubic zirconian jewelry, you know, it looks good, but it's just a piece of junk. It's not. Ameriplan is really good. It helps people on a lot of levels, no matter what your income level is. It helps you from the least to the most. So there's something for everyone that will help everyone in any kind of income level, any kind of health situation. I'm really, really excited to find out about this hearing, hearing screen, because it's something that I never used. But I live in an area where, you know, that is a big product that would help a lot of people. So when I meet people, I talk to you about things that affect your life in a real way. And you're not gonna turn your ear away from that because whether you say it or not, you really are interested in things that help make your life easier. And at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want a good life that we can afford.
All right, all right. Give it up. Yeah, warm it up. Come on, let's give it a round of applause. Let's give a little warm up. All about that are here at the convention. Okay? You see the hands. They're here just like you, and they want to attain the things in a short period of time that you guys have done. Ladies and gentlemen, you've done phenomenal, you've done an awesome job. But to stay in this business, most of us know you need a why. You need something deep inside. Why do you want to be in this business? You know, what drives you? Not just, you know, the money's great, we all need it, want it, but none of us going to get those checks back. But we have a why. You know, there's something deep inside that makes us want to forge on. And they need to hear this because sooner or later, you know, you hit the brick wall, things happen. But we hear that why, this keeps driving you to the business. What's your why? What's your deep reason for doing this business?
For one thing, I have some twin aunts. One of them is healthy and one of them are not. And one of the hospital contacted me for one of them. They found me on Facebook. I didn't even know she was in Arizona. She had cancer. She had already had an aneurysm. She had cancer. She was on Medicare. And I get kind of emotional about it because she worked really hard all of her life. And I was like, to be at this stage of your life and not have good health care is repulsive. It really is. And when I went up there to you know, notify them that I was her family and that I would be stepping in to take over. I had no idea what I was doing. When they started sending me those bills, I was like, what in the world? What's going on with this insurance? I called Medicare and, you know, she's on an 80-20 plan and that sounds great, but 20% of $20,000, you know, that's a layaway plan. I don't care what kind of money you're making, you're gonna make some payments. And it just kept going on, and I was like, man, you know, there are so many people in family situations that have these same kind of things in the background. You know, you're out there, you're smiling, you're living your life, but in the background, you got a sick kid, a sick mother or father, or, you know, you can't afford your medicine. And then I started to get into it a lot more. My background, I was in insurance, but final death benefits, and I'd see a lot of people who were uninsurable because their health conditions, they couldn't get health coverage, they're going to Walgreens and they're getting a 30-day prescription, but they're only getting 7 days worth at a time. I was like, man, we have a really good product that will help people and it won't take all of their money. And I just want to see as many of those people as I can every day. Online.
Okay, guys, this is a really touchy subject for me. I was kind of wishing he wouldn't ask me that because my why is so huge. It's so huge. My why started way back before I even knew Ameriplan. My father died with cancer of the esophagus, and I had to watch that. Well, and you know, it is a true statement when they say that you're worth more when you're dead than you are alive. But I'm kind of still looking for some of that money they was talking about. Because my father left me so many bills. It was just unreal. And you know, I thought for a long time, you know, guys, let me just go file bankruptcy because I don't know where I'm going to find this money to pay half of these bills that he racked up. And I said to myself, I will not put my daughters in that situation to whereas they have to struggle and look for money to pay off my debts with medical bills, guys. Let me tell you, you know, when the guy came to me and he said, hey, you know, I've got this plan, you know, I was full of, you know, dude, I don't want no more of network marketing, none of that. Calm down, don't want that. But anyways, and he called Lionel, and I owe Lionel so much. He called Lionel, and he put Lionel on me. He literally put Lionel on me, guys. And I questioned Lionel from A to Z. I mean, what is this? Why is this? Where did you guys come from? Is this real? And Lionel got to telling me he gave me an answer to every question. And I went home and I told my husband about it. And I said, you know what? I had already made up my mind that I was gonna sign. But I told my husband, I said, we need to go hear about this Ameriplan thing. We need to go and kind of see what they're talking about. But anyways, my husband was kind of skeptical because like I said, we've been in this this multi-marketing thing for so long, and it just was not working for us. So, but anyways, I kind of gave him my why, honey, we need to do this because I don't even have the money to pay the funeral home, guys. I did not have the money. The people were so nice, and they said, well, hey, don't worry about it. They still didn't give me his death certificate, but anyways, that was all good because that would only make me cry more. So, but anyways, my why was so big is because I saw a way that my children did not have to go into debt behind my debt. So I say to each and every one of you, you have to enjoy doing what you do. Get to know your product. I set out with this product, you guys, I read it from cover to cover because when I took it out there, I wanted to know exactly what I was talking about. I did not want to sell anybody a ghost, so what I did is I just started using it off the top. Whatever I could use, I used. And from the prescriptions to the calling to the mayor dog, I just stood on the side of the road, called roadside assistant, told him, look here, I just need you to come out here. Does this work? And they came out, and ma'am, you don't have a flat. I made up, I got something going on with my car, I'm on the side of the road. Just so that they would come out and I could see it work. I want to know if I'm going to be able to give this to somebody, I need to know it works for me first. So that's my why, guys, is I didn't want to leave my children like my father left me.
All right.
Well, our why is because Jerry wanted something to do. And actually, when I had gone to the dentist and they presented that plan for me, I used the plan and I said, this really works. We've been in a lot of companies and the plans didn't work or whatever it was not, up and above board. And so we had looked for something for a long time. But when this worked for us, and I thought to myself, there are so many people out there that need coverage. They can't afford insurance premiums. They've got kids. And so that's one of the whys that we started, is that we can help other people. Ameriplan is a wonderful company. They have a great product, a great plan. And I kind of feel that right now, the way the country is, we need to be helping each other. And this is one way that we can help other people to save money, to get some coverage, and to feel good about themselves. They've got their kids taken care of with dental and things like that. So that was one of our whys too. And the other thing was residuals are real important. And we were kind of looking for something too, that when something happens to us, we can pass that down to our kids. And we have little grandkids now, so I know we don't look old enough, but... well, I don't look old enough. Anyway, we did. We wanted to have something like Kathy that we could pass on to our family.
I'd like to add that after joining the family, Ameriplan, every time we've asked for help, we got it. We got it. Don't be bashful. Ask for help and you shall receive.
I figured out that this kind of business is, first of all, I'm a people person, and you are in the business, if you don't feel like you're a people person, you're in the wrong business. Because for you to be able to do this kind of job, you start from your house. You gotta feel like you like it. You gotta feel like it's not for money. It's to help people. if you treat people the way you would like to be treated, people is going to open your mind, you're going to open their mind, you're going to open the heart, you're going to give the trust. And easy does it when you really break the ice of people told you. And when you do this, automatically you grow your business, you build a good relationship with the person to person, because it's face to face. You're going to be a people person. And forget about the money comes automatically, is what I believe. Thanks.
All right. Real quick, I'm gonna give you one word, just give you a few, not only a couple sentences based on the word. First word you want you to answer is sponsor. And they're in the room, so you can say what you want. Your sponsor, what would you say about your sponsor?
My sponsor?
Your sponsor.
My sponsor is Elizabeth Alfaro.
Okay?
Yeah. So I feel so good talking with her, you know, she's a people person, so I really feel like my family.
All right.
When you're talking with your sponsor and you're going to be talking every day, you might believe 90 days I'm going to be talking every day with her, because you're going to feel like it's your family. It's not business, it's a family.
All right, your family member. Pass it on. I want to hear from the other.
Okay, to say about my sponsor, when we first started, the lady who was signing us up was a friend of ours, and she'd been in the business one day, and I thought, ooh, do I want to do this? And so we called our sponsor, and as I was talking to her, she said, don't worry about it. I'll be there for you, and I'll help and train you. And she has. Every time I've called, she's always helped us, she's trained us, and that's what's helped us get us where we're at now.
That's what's going to grow your business. Going back to the sponsor. Yes.
My sponsor, Mr. Burks. Mr. Burks, can't say enough about it. You know, when I think of Mr. Burks, I think about team. And let me break down what that means. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. And that's what he does. I mean, if you call him, I call Lionel for breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, AM snack, and PM snack.
Right.
And every time I call him, he's there.
You use your sponsor. All right, we see you use it.
She's lovely and knowledgeable, and she's a friend for life because she introduced me something that had changed the lifestyle and give my children something that I couldn't give them on a 40-year plan.
All right, lazy. You come to somebody's lazy. A lazy person, what do you do? You come a prospect, they're lazy, they don't want to work, they're in your business. How do you handle that?
I call them, and I talk to them. And I chat with them, and I get them on the phone. And the first thing that I do with them is ask them, you know, in the very beginning of the presentation, I close you in the first 2 lines. And I refresh that with you throughout the 3 months I've been in the business. I always go back to the first 2 questions. Are you serious about this? Are you serious about working from home? And are you dreaming? So if I meet a lazy person, I just ask them, well, are you in the dream state or the serious state? Because I have something we need to get on the phone.
All right, she's being coached. All right, pass it on down.
What I do? Give me a question.
When you come across a lazy person not really moving the business, so we're going to prospect of someone in your business, how do you handle that?
Oh my goodness, OMG. I've pretty much been pretty fortunate, guys, and I mean, later on you're going to see, later on tonight, but what I do, if I come across a person that, you know, just do not have the fire right away, is I motivate them, and I treat them the way Lionel has treated me, and I motivate them, and I give them a call, and I reward them. I mean, hey, I see that things is not going the way you or I expected them to go within this week or so, because I'm looking for them to be in RSD in a week or sooner. But if they don't, what I do is I go by, if I'm able, I'll go by their place and they get in the car with me. And I'm gonna show them how I do it. So I would go out with them and show them what I'm doing to bring in the revenue that I'm bringing in. So I never leave a person stranded or like they're on the sideline. I try, if you can be coachable and teachable, I can work with you. So being lazy is just not in my forte. Anyway, what I do is, again, is I work with them, I motivate them, and I reward them.
All right, yes.
Pretty much we do the same thing as Kathy does. If we have someone that's lazy, we really try hard because we've been in business before where we had no one that was there for us. And I know what that's like. If you don't get any training, you don't get any encouragement, you're not going to succeed in this. So we'll have them make a list of names, and I'll actually get on there in three-way with those people and try to get their first person or two on, and it makes a big difference to a lazy person when they get that first check coming. It helps them a lot. So that's what we try to keep with them and call them a lot and work with them and just get them motivated and keep them going.
Good.
Stay in contact, folks.
Okay, what I do, I talk with my people every day, but I don't call them to go to pick them up. Just I go straight, and then you know what, I was ready to work, and come on over and start making any jobs, put some music to get excited, something, keep working.
Okay, our last question. You have a lot of individuals here from all across the country that are looking. You guys have done an awesome job. Give them some advice, good piece of advice. How do you expect for them to really grow their business going on in the future? What's some good advice you give them on how to really grow this business, to grow this business? What would you give them advice in closing to grow their business?
First of all, you're gonna work 2 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon. But when you talk about business, just shut down your telephone and focus on what you're doing. 2 hours, with a lot of energy, enthusiasm, because when you get excited and you get enthusiasm, it's contagious. So you gotta work with a lot of energy, enthusiasm, enthusiastic, put the people excited.
All right, all right. Fantastic.
I guess I would say never give up because, I mean, even in the 4 months we've been here, we've had days that have just been, ugh. And what am I even in here for? And at that point I call my upline and she says, well, I've had days like that too. So you just keep plugging along. Just, there's so much business out there to be had. You just don't give up. You keep going. And follow up. Follow up with people. You have leads or anything. I mean, I've had people that I follow up a week later and they'd call me up and said, hey, I'm ready to sign on. I'm glad you left me a message. I lost your number. So to me, that's big. Following up and don't give up, but believe in what you're doing. If you don't believe in it and you don't believe in the plan, don't do it because it's not going to work.
Right. Yes.
The advice I have is first get to know your product, because if you came across me and you don't know what you're talking about, you won't lose me. Because you have to convince me that you know what you're doing. You can't sell me something that you don't have yourself. So if you're just an IBO and you're not a member, I'm not going to give a second look. So what you need to do is you need to get to know your product, get to know what you have. Selling, get to know your business. And what you got, because we got to talk about the table. Okay, so get to know your products and services before you go out there. And people, look in the mirror. I say look in the mirror and tell yourself no 100 times so you can get over your fear. Because if you don't get over your fear, people can sense that you are afraid and they will eat you alive. Do not get out there and leave it at the house. So, leave your at the house. Go out there, get bold, know your business. This is your business. You are an independent business owner. So if you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. But if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. So again, I say to you, you got the tiger by the tail. So use it.
Well, that might help.
Oh my goodness. When I talk to people, I'm a real sensitive person, emotional and sensitive, but I'm spirit-led. And for me, you need to be able to help people. If you are in their earshot, if you are in their eyeshot, you need to ask them, how are you doing? And you need to be able to help them. And when I talk to the people that are looking for a way to make more money, have more time, live life on their own terms, there's no way you're going to tell me that you don't know at least one person that you can help. You can't tell me that you don't know one person that needs health benefits or needs a check. If you can tell me that, I want to meet your friends, because I don't know anybody that doesn't need help. So, because we're not an island. So I always reflect on that very strongly, because Ameriplan it's a good product, it's about helping people. So I use that in the forefront. You know, everybody help one person, and your business will grow quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from our rookies. These are individuals that are emotional, they're exciting, they don't believe in any money on the table, they get the job done, they went to national sales director for 2 to 3 months, they're getting the job, and definitely they have some organizations. Let's give them a round, stand up, give them a round of applause for following our rookie and the welcome board. At this time, I'm going to bring Scott Hall to the front. He has some things he'd like to give our rookies.
As Kitty said, these are all rookies. Part of our new program we started in January of this year is the Rookie of the Year program. Each month, at the end of each month, the sales staff looks at the production of the rookies. It was those who started with Ameriplan beginning after convention last year through now. What we do is we look at their monthly revenue, we look at their leadership, we look at their downline. We look and see not only how many enrollments they have, but how many enrollments they have that stay on the books. And that's how we determine who our Rookie of the Month and Rookie of the Quarter are, and then Rookie of the Year as well. So what I want to do is present the certificates that we have to these guys that are up here. First, Omar Rojas was our Rookie of the Month in June of 2012. Jerry and Pam Mercer were Rookie of the Month in March 2012. Kathy Masters was our very first Rookie of the Quarter for January, February, and March of this year. And Lisa Simpson was our second Rookie of the Quarter for April, May, and June of this year. All of these guys, I'm going to tell you one funny story real quick. This won't surprise you based on what you've heard in the last few minutes. What we do is we try to call, when we announce or have a Rookie of the Month, we try to, as a sales team, get on speakerphone and call them to let them know. We called Kathy Masters to let her know she's Rookie of the Quarter, tell her who we are, and she says, hold on a minute. And I don't know if she had the phone in her hand, what she was doing, but she had to do a presentation to someone. So we heard the whole presentation. She's got her phone sitting there. We're just listening to her whole presentation, waiting about 10 minutes to let her know she was Rookie of the Quarter. So tonight we're going to name our very first Rookie of the Year. So make sure that you're here for that. Rookie of the Month gets a check for $500. Rookie of the Quarter, a check for $1,000. And Rookie of the Year, a check for $3,000. One more thing before we leave. I'm going to put you on the spot. Kathy's got to sing her song that she sang backstage.
spot putters, guys. So, but anyways, I was teasing them on the in the back then. I told them, I said, you know what? I said, I made up my own song, and some of you guys may know the little chant that the military does. I'm a military wife. But anyways, and it goes with something like this. It says, Mama, Mama, can't you see? Mama, Mama, can't you see what Ameriplan has done to me? What Ameriplan done to me? They grew out my hair, and took me off of welfare.
What you can do over this next year. I would now like to introduce Kenny Watkins again.
Come on, let's give it up for him. Off the top. Matter of fact, I called Kathy up too, and I told her, you know, we're going to be at the panel together. She said, I got a presentation to do. And that was my conversation. But we're excited about what they bring to the table. We're just excited about what all of you have, because you have some other rookies out there that you'll be signing up. Again, they'll have the attitude, they'll be able to, but you'll show them the way. And next, just think about next convention, all the rookies that you'll have out in the audience. But at this time, it's my pleasure to bring back to the stage our founders, Dennis and Daniel Bloom. Let's give it up for them.
You know, the only thing that is constant in life is change, right? And, I don't know, a year or two, or maybe 3 years ago, we changed the requirement to become a regional sales director. And at that time, it was good, okay? But you know what? It really didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish. What we wanted to accomplish is that when a new IBO sets his goal to become a regional sales director and achieves that goal, we want him to have a substantial residual income, don't we? Okay? So we just thought, Daniel and I thought, we went to Starbucks a lot, you know what I'm saying? And talked it over coffee. And we decided that it was time to go back to the future, okay? Now for you older IBOs that are with, not in age of course, okay, that are with us, you're going to recognize this, because this is the plan that we started with 20 years ago with a twist, okay? So what I'm going to review with you now is the new requirements to become a regional sales director in Ameriplan. Now, these new requirements are effective Monday, July the 16th, okay? That's the day that they become effective. Now, what I want to tell you is that all existing IBOs enrolled prior to Monday, July the 16th, will be grandfathered under the old qualifications of $300 of MR monthly revenue, which will promote them to RSD. We don't want to penalize anybody, okay? So what this does, this starts with new IBOs that are recruited beginning Monday, July the 16th. Okay, now here's how it works. All right, the new regional sales directors qualifications are: 1, you must personally enroll 6 new platinum commission qualified IBOs, okay? Now, that could be a $50 platinum, a $75 platinum, or a $150 platinum, but you must enroll 6 new IBOs that are commission qualified. Number 2, you must personally enroll 4 new members, okay? Does anybody recognize that? 6 and 4, okay? Now, remember, here's the real important thing. I don't know if a lot of you really understand this or not, but when you when you promote as an IBO your very first RSD, okay, your number one RSD, you start receiving a residual on that RSD's MR of 5%. Y'all know that? Okay, now, when you promote your second RSD, you start immediately receiving a residual on that first and second of 10%, okay, of their MRs. Then, of course, when you promote your third RSD, you're promoted to senior and you start making that wonderful 15% residual income, right? Bonus on them, okay. So, this is how it goes. 6 and 4. Now, under the old plan, it was 6 members and 4 IBOs. But you know what? You really need to build your business. You've got to recruit new IBOs, don't you? Okay? So we felt like it was much more advantageous that when you're going for a regional sales director or when you're helping your new IBOs to go to regional sales director, that their major focus ought to be in recruiting new IBOs. Now let me tell you what, if 98% of the new IBOs that we receive into our Ameriplan become commission qualified with a Freedom Pass. Did you know that? Only a very few start at the $50 platinum or the $75 platinum. The overwhelming majority start at the Freedom Pass or $150. So think about it just a second. When you get an IBO who qualifies under the new rules, okay, they will make immediately, you understand what I'm saying, counting their double commissions on their initial month, a little over $800. Okay? And they will have an immediate over $400 a month residual income. Now, if you've got an IBO that has a $400 plus residual income, they're not going anywhere, are they? Absolutely. And that's the key to this business, as you know, is to build your organization, right? Okay, so beginning Monday, okay, all new IBOs that are recruited, in order for them to get to RSD, what do they got to do? Get 6 and 4, right? Okay, now, Daniel's going to explain to you an exciting new fast track program. Daniel,
Absolutely, Dennis. You know, we've had different fast track programs in the past. And what we decided to do was to standardize our fast track program. And this is going to be the fast track program for the foreseeable future. And we were discussing that behind stage, and our foreseeable future is next convention. Our commitment to you is that we will not change or run any kind of special on this fast track program between this convention and next convention. All right? All right. First, regional sales director must be achieved 30 days or less from your IBO's active day. Enroll 6 new commission IBOs qualified and 4 new active members you qualify or your new IBO qualifies for a $250 bonus. Okay? All right. Next, senior regional sales director must be achieved within 60 days of the date you promote or they promote to RSD. Develop 3 qualified RSDs on their front line and they qualify for a $500 promotion. Money.
Right.
All right. Let's keep going. Executive sales director, again, 60-day requirement. Develop 1 qualified senior on their front line, and they will qualify for an ESD fast track bonus of $750. Let's keep on going. Senior executive sales director, 60-day requirement again. Develop that second SRSD on their front line, and they will qualify for a senior executive sales director of $1,000. Let's keep on going. Right on up to National Sales Again, 60-day requirement. Develop that third senior on their front line, and they will qualify for an NSD fast track bonus of $1,250. Let me tell you, you don't need to leave money on the table, and your new IBOs don't need to leave money on. You know, they don't quite fit as good when you get them through the mail. You know that. Okay. All right. Let me make one point here, right quick. Go ahead. And I'm gonna read this. All right. All existing IBOs and sales directors may earn fast track bonuses under the new rule. If promoted to a new PIN level after July the 16th, you may fast track to the next PIN level and earn the bonus for that promotion. Example, you are currently at SRSD, you promote to ESD. If you promote to SESD within 60 days of your ESD promotion, you will earn an SESD fast track bonus of $1,000. Oh, hey! Well, I tell you what, those are our new rules to become a regional sales director in Ameriplan. And I tell you, that's going to build such fantastic organizations for you, you cannot believe it, okay? Here's what happens. If you get a new IBO in this business and you work with that IBO and you encourage that IBO and you motivate that IBO and you paint the vision that is Ameriplan to that new IBO, in their first 30 days in this business, they will make over $1,000. Isn't that great? All right. Okay, I think that's about it. The only thing that I want to add to it is that we put together this wonderful brochure for you, and as you leave today for lunch, everybody will get this corporate review, which has all of our products in it, and our new fabulous Ameriplan MD Plus, okay? And it'll explain the new RSD rules and the new fast track. Y'all have a wonderful lunch, okay? All right. Q&A. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to do a Q&A real quick. All right. If you have any questions, stand up. Such a fabulous job. All right, here we go. Okay, got one right there. House lights on. Right here. Get over there with the mic. All right, hurry. All right.
Okay, if you happen to miss your first one, can you still qualify for your second one?
Yes. In other words, if you're an RSD right now and you make a senior, that starts your executive track right there. When you make senior, you can fast track to executive and pick up the executive bonus.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you, John.
That's a $750 ESD bonus you can pick up.
That's right. Okay, get somebody a mic. Come on, Joe, right behind you.
Okay, if you're already an NSD and you want to re-qualify, do you go through the same procedures and steps again?
No, you must go to the next level, which starts the clock for the next level. Does that make sense to you? I'll re-explain it. If you are a senior regional sales director now, okay, and you promote to executive sales director, that starts your senior executive sales director 60-day clock. Make sense? And then in the next 60 days, if you make senior executive, guess what you're going to pick up? Somebody tell me quick. $1,000. That's right. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Sales director.
I'm sorry?
I'm a national sales director now. Can I start and make this bonus?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, we'll try it anyway.
Once you make national, you're at the top of the pin level. You are at the absolute top, okay? Now, we may come up with a promotion for nationals one of these days.
You know, we have this mental empathy, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Give us a little time, and we will more than likely come up with a bonus pickup from national to MVP, and believe me, it will be significant. Absolutely.
Okay, James.
Let's say you have a new person getting off to a slow start, so they don't fast track to RSD, but finally they make it down the road, say 90 days later. Can they start getting a bonus at the senior level?
You're absolutely, here's what happens. You know, they're an IBO, they really haven't got started real good. Do you understand what I'm saying? They've been in the business for 3 or 4 months, but then old James Gooch gets a hold of them, man, okay? And he inspires them to become a regional sales director. So they become a regional sales director. That starts their senior regional sales director's 60-day clock, and they can earn that senior RSD bonus. Got it, James? $500. $500. Okay, anybody else have any questions? Great. Well, you know, we must have done a great job because we didn't get a lot of questions.
Now, we'll point out, let's talk about that 50, 75, 150. We are going to be promoting, recruiting IBOs this next 6 months rather heavily. So our thought process there was, if you got to bring somebody in at 50, right, or 75, they can always upgrade, right?
That's exactly true. That's exactly true.
Now, we're going to be announcing a new promotion this afternoon.